Many people ask me why I wrote Think.Plan.Live. Coming out of the corporate world, I had a business called Integrate, and that was a coaching business helping senior execs to define and design their best life. But for me, part of leaving the corporate world was to actually make that accessible to everybody. So when I wrote the book Think.Plan.Live, my goal was that literally within one book, with all the workbooks and 10 tools and lots of exercises, anyone, regardless of their background, could have access to, in effect, corporate training in a book that would help them define and design their best life. It is a crowded space. There's so many self-help books out there. My goal really was to make it stand apart, was to make it a workbook. So it enabled people not to have almost the academic view of what best life design looks like. It was literally to draw on my own experience where I was trying to juggle things. So it's been 10 years in the making to get to this book, because back in my time I was stimulated by something I heard, which was someone was on a panel I was watching and they mentioned the idea of best life, and I asked them what best life was. It said, well, it's just trying to work out what's important to you and living a life that's your best life. And I went, no, that's not enough. That doesn't help me understand how I do that. So I tried lots of things on myself. I looked what inspired me. I looked at where I got my energy from. I looked at what my strengths were and my values. So what I did was condense all my own personal journey, where I was trying to juggle big corporate career with being a great mum to my twin girls, and try and bring all that together and distill that together in what became a book. It's about helping people discover what their unique life fingerprint. So that might sound an odd concept. Everyone knows that their fingerprint is unique, but what the book helps you do is work out what your life fingerprint is. And there's 6 parts to that. So working out your who. So your who is your values and your strengths, and we do an exercise called Lifeline, which looks at the highs and lows of your life, because there's a lot of patterns in those lifelines that would enable you to work out, what motivates me, what's a high for me, what's a low for me, and the patterns that come. The with, who you like doing it with. We explore energy givers and energy vampires, so you can actually work out whether the people around you are truly giving you the energy you need. What do you like doing, your hobbies, your interests, but also what you like doing for work. The why, is about a section that we look at on purpose. So, why do I do what I do? What drives me? What's behind it? What do I believe? The where is, where do you like doing it? So, do you like being in nature? Do you like being in the city? What kind of workplace brings out the best in you? What kind of environment are you in? And then the final part is when, which is literally, what are some quick goals I've got now? What do I want to do in a year's time? And then have I got any milestones for the future? So it literally is a step-by-step guide, because sometimes trying to work all that out is incredibly daunting. So what I've tried to do is make it really simple and accessible, and declutter all the things there was too much detail behind that, and pare it down to those 6 elements. So by the end of it, you will have a unique life fingerprint that is yours, and you will have discovered that about yourself. So it's a discovery tool, and by the end of it, people feel much more confident, much more in tune with what they're good at and their strengths. So it's a strengths-based model. It amplifies you, basically. So I use an analogy in the book, it's like building a house. Is it a knock down and rebuild your life, or are you kind of doing a renovation job? Most people are doing a renovation job on their life, where they're trying to work out just a few things that are off, and then make those small tweaks and adjustments to actually get their life back on track. Because if your fingerprint's here, the goal is that your life and your fingerprint match. The bigger the distance of your fingerprint between the life you're living and the life you should be living based on your fingerprint, is what we work out.